If you're one of the people that follow me on Snapchat, then you saw a teaser video I uploaded earlier this year, The Ultimate Cup of Coffee, and today I'm going to try and reproduce it right here on YouTube. I'm going to try and make things a little interesting this time. At the end of the video, I'm going to let you decide how this video ends. Either I'm going to make a traditional brew or a high-tech brew, and you get to decide. Now, for most of my coffee drinking life, I've been sold the idea that the best cup of coffee is made from freshly ground coffee beans, but that's not true. The best cup of coffee is made from freshly roasted coffee beans. Most of us don't know this because it's not really easy to mass market freshly roasted coffee. I think it's safe to say that most people watching this video have probably only ever had stale, dead coffee. There's probably a few of you out there that have found yourself a coffee roaster where you can get freshly roasted beans, and you know what I'm talking about. But the rest of us are getting the very convenient, already ground coffee at the local supermarket, and it's likely taken 2 months to get there from the roaster. This is a raw, dried coffee bean. It's actually a seed, and in this form it can sit around for quite some time. But once you roast this, it will stay at its peak of flavor for about 2 weeks, and then it starts to go stale. And if you grind it, it goes stale even faster. So to make our ultimate bushcraft coffee today, we need to roast some fresh coffee beans. We've now reached the part of the video where we have the obligatory starting of the fire shot. Today I'm going to use my Fresnel lens, a tiny piece of dried chaga, and a bird's nest. Should have some coals here that we can roast on by now. Now to roast these properly, you got to keep them moving. If you've ever made popcorn, kind of the same idea. Don't let them sit on the flame directly, and keep them moving around in the heat like this. Okay, I've been at this for about 5 minutes now, and my coffee beans are just starting to turn a beautiful light brown color. Now I chose a fair trade Ethiopian coffee bean for this demonstration, but the key really is in the roasting. A lightly roasted coffee bean, a light brown color, will give you the most caffeine and that coffee flavor. If you like dark roast, and I do, you can roast the coffee beans a little darker and you'll have less caffeine. But you'll know you're getting close to being done when you start to hear those coffee beans snap, crackle, and pop. Okay, the beans are starting to smoke a little bit. They smell wonderful, and they've just started to snap, crackle, and pop. So that means they're ready. Yeah, here, let me show you. Can you hear them snap, crackle, and popping? And they're a nice golden brown. And they smell wonderful. Now I'm going to go just a little bit longer because, as I said before, I like a dark roast. Okay, let's show you how we did. There's the raw coffee, and there's the freshly roasted coffee beans. Let's try one. Yep, they're ready. If you love coffee, you should thank a goat. According to legend, it was Ethiopian goat farmers that first noticed their goats acting a little erratically after eating the coffee berry. And in about 800 AD, according to the legend, a monk made a brew from the coffee berry and discovered that he couldn't sleep at night, and thus the coffee beverage was born. Now, next, we need to freshly grind those coffee beans. Oh man, that smells amazing. Now, if you did your pounding right, you should have some coffee that looks like that. Ready for brewing. Some quick fun facts about coffee. Sweden actually banned coffee in 1746. Not just the coffee, but all the paraphernalia that goes with it. Sweden, what were you thinking? Finland is the most caffeinated country in the world. The average adult consumes 4 to 5 cups of coffee per day. But not quite enough to beat the good old USA, the largest consumer of coffee on the planet. 400 million cups per day. And that kind of consumption makes coffee the second most traded commodity on the planet after oil. Okay, now we've reached the point where we are going to brew up our coffee, and you get to decide how I brew it. Click over here and you get to see me do a traditional brew and try that coffee, or you can click over here and see a modern brew. I'll give you a hint. This one's espresso. So click here for traditional, or click here for modern. You get to decide how the video ends. Go ahead, click one. Otherwise the video is just going to end.